Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be telling you a technique that I've recently discovered. I mean, it's like as old as time, honestly, but I've only just recently tried it myself and it works really, really well to help you to read faster. So before I tell you the technique, I do want to preface it with saying that I have tried speed reading techniques in the past, like true speed reading, where you look at like chunks at a time, your eye only moves 3 times per line, all these different things. And honestly, and the research shows it too, I've watched videos about that as well, that reduces comprehension. Yes, you can read faster, but your comprehension of the material is just not going to be as good. And while a lot of those techniques work well for like reading a textbook, I feel like a lot of them don't work for fiction. I want to enjoy my stories. I want to comprehend what I'm reading and take my time. But sometimes I do want to just read a little bit faster, especially if it's a book that I'm not like loving and I just kind of want to get through it, or it's really easy to read and I think, hey, I could probably read this faster. So the technique I'm going to show you today only involves one item that you need. In fact, you technically don't even need that. So it's super easy. The first thing you need is a book. What a surprise. Okay, you also need either a pen or a pencil. And that's it. And technically you don't even need this. You could just use your finger if you find yourself without a pencil, but I've been using a pen and it has worked really well. Okay, so here's the technique. So you're reading along. Here I am just reading along. And what I notice is that my eyes kind of jump around the page. Like sometimes they look a little bit back or they look a little bit forward, or I'm just not reading at a consistent pace, and that sometimes can make it slower. So while I might be able to read a chunk like really fast normally, then maybe I kind of slow down for a second or reread something or stop to kind of process it in my head. And that inconsistency of the pace, I think, is what slows me down, and probably a lot of people. So the technique is that you are going to use something to help you to follow along. Like your eye will follow this pen. So as I read, can you see this? Basically, as I read, I will just do this. And I will just go through the line and my eyes will follow this consistent motion of the pen. And at first I thought, that's not really going to help that much, but it did. So I did a test, and on the first test, I read part of a book, a pretty easy young adult book, and I did it without the pen, and I read about 295 words per minute. I actually did count them. It took forever. But that's pretty much average. The average is between 200 and 400 words per minute, so I was right about 300, pretty much average. Okay, then I tried the pen method and I read 365 words per minute instead of 295, 70 more words per minute. So while that's not true speed reading or anything, I mean, 365 words is not, incredible by anybody's standard. True speed readers could read, 1,200 words per minute or something crazy. Or people are like, oh, you could double or triple your reading speed with all these techniques. But like I said, they reduce comprehension and they don't work for a lot of people. And they take practice as well. This doesn't take any time or effort or practice. All you do is take your pen and just follow along. So now that I've got the pen, I notice that my eyes are moving at a consistent pace. And that technique I've read about before where you look at words in chunks and you use your peripheral vision to see the words, to me, that makes it like choppier and the comprehension's worse. It's like, duh, 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 duh. But with this, and so you can do that. You can just like hit like 3 times on the page and only look at those 3 spots. But I just don't really like doing it that way. It's too choppy for me. So I follow along and I notice that I don't stop. As long as my pen is still moving, I can slow down as much as I want. Now, that's the key. You might say, well, but what if I want to stop and think about something? Well, just move a little slower. Just move a little bit slower, but keep the pen going. Keep it going. And you can change the speed of the pen. That's totally fine. I've noticed that works really well for me to sometimes speed up on parts that I think I can read faster. But it just helps it flow. And I notice that I don't find my eyes wandering back a little bit or up a little bit. I mean, it just helps me keep where I'm at, I guess. And I think the key is the consistent pace. So it's super easy. Give it a try. I mean, it definitely can't hurt. If you find yourself without a pen, use your finger if they say to do that too. I just like holding the pen though for some reason. I tried it with a pencil, but I kept accidentally marking on the page. So that might not be the best idea if you don't want to underline everything. So try just with a pen, consistent pace, and see if it helps you to read faster. Like I said, it's not really that you're going much faster, it's just that you're being more consistent, but that does help you read more words per minute, at least in my case, that's what I found. So I recently discovered this, and I am going to be using this technique for not every book I read, but hopefully for quite a few of them. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you tried it or if you have any other techniques for how you can read faster. Maybe you know something that you can help other people with. So, all right, thanks guys for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. So have a good day.